All right, guys, what's up? It's your boy Who's Who 74 back with another One Piece chapter review. This week we banging One Piece chapter 1160. Shorty, we made it out to 50s on Phonem Grade. Turning up, shorty, we finna get into the True God Valley. We finna see what's turning up, cause last time when we left off, shit was just kicking off. You feel me? They was just, you feel me, talking about the rabbits that they had, the rare rabbits, you feel me? Um, People running to the island, trying to get to the island, dragging, hitting their ass with the motherfucking tranquilizers, but he feeling bad about it because he don't know what's going on. He asking questions. His superiors telling him, shut the fuck up, boy, do what you told. He found Shank's mom dying, bleeding out, cause motherfucker Saint Figurlin is a bitch. And man, speaking of bitches, Harold a bitch too, but he found Shank's mom bleeding out, you feel me? And she was like, save my babies, and he trying to save the babies, you feel me? And we gonna see what's getting off with that, man. This shit getting hot, you feel me, on phone. So without any further ado, we can hop to it. Oh, before then, I gotta show y'all my souvenir I got from Canada. If y'all seen the last review, like I told y'all, my last review was done in Canada. I was celebrating my 9-year anniversary. Canada Walmart is different. United States Walmarts don't have toys of this quality. That motherfucker got movement in all joints except his neck with exchangeable hands. Let me make sure y'all can see this. Like, just take a look at that. That's, man, yeah. And that motherfucker was in Walmart for how much? What the price of it on this bitch? In Canada, in Walmart, for it was only $24. But yeah, we're not taking it out the box. Just like the Fungo Pops. And my collection is getting bigger. All right. So let's get into it though, y'all. Cause I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty than the motherfucker, shorty. I ain't gonna hold you. Let's flame up. So while we flaming up, you know we starting off with the Holy Inari Shrine pilgrimage. Oh, no, we not. So we starting off right with the fuck a Holy Inari Shrine. That was over with, huh? I guess that was it. Done with. It was fun while it lasted, you feel me? Following Yamato little journey. She got her first two little crewmates, you feel me? We got to see that happen, but on to the next cover story whenever they start one. But as of right now, no cover stories. Oh no, we do get a Holy Inari Shrine pilgrimage. So the name of this chapter is the God's Valley incident. We starting off with the Holy Inari Shrine pilgrimage. Yamato and the Holy Inari Shrine pilgrimage, volume number 42, overlooking the flower capital at the hall enshrining Odin and his comrades. So we got Yamato on this giant mountain, next to the shrine that next to the shrine they built for Odin and his comrades, and she's overlooking the flower capital. Some nice artwork in here, for the details and stuff, like, as far as the buildings and everything go. All right. So we cut back to where we left off with the um Celestial Dragons and the announcers of the tournament announcing, about the Buccaneers and the Davy D clan. So we pick off where we left off with that. Hit blunt, shorty. Got some pre-rolls today. So we see somebody screaming on behalf, saying, "Behold, the Davy clan." That and then somebody else says that loathsome lineage. Somebody else responds, they've been hated since their ancestors' times. No one would even try to show them any love. And then somebody else says, sever their bloodline. And then we got another motherfucker time out some, aren't they Buccaneers too? We gonna see what comes of that, okay? Because in the spoilers, motherfucker made it seem like it was a reveal that they are Buccaneers. But it doesn't seem that way in the chapter. Hit blunt, shorty. What it seemed like is that they're implying that, hey, just asking a dumbass question. You know, celestial dragons, dumbasses, fo. So it just seems like a dumbass celestial dragon asking a dumbass question. Aren't they Buccaneers too? I'm assuming we must got some like some wide body members of the Buccaneer clan. So somebody else says it's too dangerous to allow them to live. Somebody else says exterminate them all. This day will go down in history. And then we get another dialogue bubble that says, wait, don't throw things at them. So they was throwing stuff at them. So they got these slaves on stage with them as they throwing stuff. And we see, yeah, we see one of the, Davy clan members and this motherfucker, he looks big as hell like a buccaneer. But also what I'm noticing, we see a young Teach inside of his mother's arm. And I'm sorry, but it looks like she has a light color hair, spiky hair. If we get color, could her hair be blue? Yes, I'm still going with the Blackbeard and Buggy might share the same theory. But we cut over, we see St. Figgle and Garland and a Saturn. They're sitting next to each other. As Saturn says, this is quite defying, Garland. And Garland says, I can only credit fate for it. And then we see the rest of Celestial Dragons screaming as they introduce the tournament, getting it started. One of them say, now let's introduce the favorite for the individual competition. And then we see here to tell them to stop throwing stuff again. Quit throwing knives. You'll be penalized if they die prematurely. It's like I said, we see a young Teach in his mom's arms. She's shocked. He's scared as fuck. She holding him. She beat the fuck up. She's scared herself. And we see the Celeste from Teach view. We see how like evil and silhouetted the Celestial Dragons look. Like we're real live getting it from Teach's view. He see them looking like silhouetted demonic as they scream and sever the bloodlines. They screaming for the death of these people on this stage. Teach as a 2-year-old is seeing how fucked up humanity is. This backstory gonna make me like Blackbeard as much as I like Rocks. I already liked it, Blackbeard, but it was holding me back because he slammed Ace out the way he slammed Ace out. So then we cut over to Dragon, who last time, like I said, one moment. Hello? Pat, nope. I have no clue. Oh yeah, I have no clue though, but I'm gonna call you back though. Let me know if you need something else. I'm on stream. No, you good. Sorry about that. That was a work call. In charge even when I'm not there. Okay. So back to what I was saying. Hit blunt. It's gonna make me like Teach, but Dragon we left off we pick up where we left off with him. He found Shank's mom as she was dying, asking him to save the kids. So she's saying it's too late for me, but my little ones, I want them to be raised. She says, by someone with a warm heart, please don't hand them over to him. Dragon says, you and your children may be strangers to me, but I will help. I can't, he said, I can't do that much. He said, if I can't do that much, then I have no business standing here. Dragon got resolved from day one. Fuck is you talking about? You might not like Dragon. You feel me? We might not like him, and he might be the. I might stop calling him the world's greatest deadbeat because he's seeing firsthand and he gonna see with rocks what happens and with this woman he's seeing firsthand with your child what he's seeing firsthand what can happen when your enemies know you got kids in a family. So I don't blame him for staying the fuck away from Luffy. I don't blame them for keeping it wraps that Luffy was his child until Luffy was, I guess, old enough to be able to start his own pirate journey. I do not blame him at all. But shout out to Dragon. Hit blunt for him for having resolve from day one. Harold, you a bitch. So we cut over to one of the celestial dragons, the announcer guy saying, there are 150 rare rabbits to hunt down. That's not to mention 13 super rare rabbits. And the crowd goes, whoa. And we get a look at young Kuma as they say each of those is worth 10,000 points apiece. So the super rare rabbits is worth 10,000 points apiece. He says there's only 1 hour before the hunt begins. Now run, little rabbits. Give us a good chase. And all the slaves are now running off. They're crying. Somebody is saying, is this a joke? Are they really going to kill us? And it's a lot of people with kids, fo. People with old people pushing them in motherfucking wheelchairs. People with babies that can't even walk in their arms, bro. Bro, the fucking celestial dragons, bro. Wow. And then fuck all the government officials that's high enough to know what's going on. The Marine soldiers that's high enough to know what's going on. And they helping them carry this out, bro. While keeping the lesser cadets dumbfounded. One of the slaves says, if we can't hold out for 3 weeks, if we can hold out for 3 weeks, we'll make it. All we could do is run, find a good hiding spot somewhere. So this is a 3 week fucking thing. They are being hunted for 3 weeks. So now we see the celestial dragons taking arms. We finna switch over now for y'all gotta see this. So now the celestial dragons, we see them on they little motherfucking duck gooses with they bitch ass on Chief. And one of them time out some let the hunt begin. Where are they? Where are they? Wahaha. So we see one of the family members of the Davy clan with a baby had father, mother had him behind a rock and the baby crying. Mama trying to stop baby from crying, but they hear him. There you are, you rabbits. And then the guy's like, please spare the child, I beg of you. Hell no, bang, bang, bang. He shot 3 times. He killed all of them. And we see another guy screaming, please help me. Damn, One Piece is crazy though. The old lady screaming, don't kill my husband. And they dropping their ass while laughing, fo. That's fucked up, bro. That's so fucked up, bro. They going out sad, fo. And then ain't shit they could do about it, bro. They in shackles and chains, fo. Now we cutting over to the home of the gods, the Holy Land Marijois. And they broadcasting the shit on TV, watching it. Everybody screaming, go, go. And we see them saying the figurines are in the lead, but the Benvidi and the Manmayer families are hot on their tail. As we see Saint Figolin Garland just riding around with the most serious face, he's slicing their ass down. And we got these ugly ass celestial broads gooning over his ass. One of the celestial dragons say, "Who did you bet on?" And the other one says, "House Shepherd for the clan of Contest and Gunko for the solos." Really? Well, it's your choice, but there's only one god still amongst the knights. So Gunko must be something if they bet on her for the solos over Garland. And the Shepherd family must be something too if he bet on them. The Shepherd family is Saint um Summers family. Speaking of Gunko, we cut over to her. She running through motherfuckers with arrows the same way she did motherfucking Gabon, Scopper Gabon or Yasan. And we see some commenters saying House Manmeyer scores another massive rounds of bonus points. So they must be Davy D clan members. If she getting bonus points for downing their ass. And then we see somebody saying must be nice to be St. Garland, knowing a beauty like her is going to be his soon. So these bitch ass Marine soldiers talking about Shocky. She in the cage just chilling. At least I guess it's still all up in the air. That's what she thinking to herself, huh? So we see Saint Summers as he comes across a kid in a tree. And he's saying, "You climb pretty high up." He trolling the kid. He say, "Hop down. I laid out a nice storm cush for you." And the kid is just up there terrified, bro. So he's kicking the tree to make the kid fall. And the kid slips. And we see the father of that kid is running to save him, saying, "Stop, that's my kid." He running to try to catch him. "Don't worry, I'll catch you." Summer says, "How touching." And we see Dragon, who is sick to his stomach, looking at all these dead bodies. And he was thinking it to himself, "I thought by helping her I could defy the celestial dragons. Yet my entire platoon ended up executed." Damn, so they killed his entire platoon for helping that lady. So the Marine captain at the at this there, there was, with the cadets who had them surrounding the island, he peeped Dragon saving that lady and helping her, so he had his man kill Dragon whole platoon. He says, they were all there, I assume, and then his man says, "Naturally, sir," but he's thinking to himself, "Where the hell did that Dragon kid go? Don't tell me he went to meddle with what's happening on the island." And then we see Ivankov, Kuma, Jenny, and them. Ivankov saying, "You will never win if you play their rigged game. Focus on escaping it altogether." The Dragon is watching that from behind a tree as Ivankov says, I guess that's where, escaping God Valley. Dragon is thinking to himself, they still got hope as he watching me from behind a tree. But we see a celestial dragon aiming at Kuma through his scope. And he says, "That's 10 kills in a row for my prize rifle." And then, bam, we see the trigger pull. But it was actually Dragon that popped him, actually. And he's like, "Damn it, I just." So Dragon popped that guy to save them. He popped that celestial dragon to save him. Did he kill him? I don't know, because remember he had tranquilizers. So we do not know if he killed them or not. Hit blunt. All right. This is fucked up, man. It's like a soap opera. So then we see an explosion and somebody says, "What?" off the East Coast. And it was like, "What is that?" One of the celestial dragons. And then we see the Rocks pirate ship. It's about 3 ships they got. They down the whole, damn near the whole Hachinosu Island pulled up. They got like five ships worth of motherfuckers pulling up. And they're like, "It's the Rocks pirates. There's no time. We're being swarmed by notorious pirates." As we see Rocks and his crew show up looking menacing. We got somebody saying, "Listen up, fellas. They've got Shaki." No, that's Rocks saying, "Listen up, fella, they've got Shaki here, along with a bunch of treasures, not to mention devil fruits. Ain't no point in us killing each other over this stuff yet. We've got to work together for now." Well, he says, "We'll divvy up the booty once we're back, and there better not be any bail yatchin', got it?" Rocks talks like a pirate, and I love it. He said, "We'll divide up the booty. We'll divvy up the booty." We see the fish guy saying, "We can't share Shaki." And then motherfucking fuck is his name? Shiki. Yeah. The answer is obvious. He says, "Obvious, isn't it? She'll fall for whoever saves her." And then we see the Silver Axe guy saying, "Damn right, I'm not backing down." And then we got Captain John saying, "Nah, Shaki's gonna fall for whoever hauls in the most treasure." And Newgate says, "Suit yourself, I'm here to save a friend." That said, if she does fall for me, I wouldn't complain. And Stussy is in her feelings, Thomas. How could you say that, Newgate? And then Gloriosa is like, "If I save Shaki, Roger should be grateful, right?" And we got the other guy, I don't know who the fuck that is, saying Ochaku didn't even leave the island. She'll probably ban him from the bar. And then Big Mom say, "How stupid can you get? Heaven and earth could flip." And Shaki still wouldn't give any of you losers the time of day. And then Kaido says, "Hey, Lin Lin, you're gonna save one of those devil fruits for me, right?" Now the Celestial Dragon's scared. They running. This is bad. Pirates are here. What is the Navy doing? If anything happens to us, we'll hang you all. So we see somebody say, "Come in." And then we cut back to Dragons, and we see dialogue saying, "Please be advised, the West Coast is a dangerous zone." And then we see Baby Shanks and Shamrock. Now we see Dragon running. He got them in his arms. Somebody, while Marine soldiers are fighting in the background. And one of the Marine soldiers screamed, the Roger pirates have docked there." So the Roger pirates just showed up. It's Dragon while running, holding the baby, saying, "It's a miracle you're both not." He says, "It's a miracle you're not both crying after all this." The Celestial Dragon scared, saying, "Get Celestial," and the Marines are saying, "Get the Celestial Dragons to the center of the island. Don't let them get hurt." And then we see more dialogue. Somebody says, then somebody says, "First rocks, now Rogers. The Roger pirates have made landfall." So it's going up. Now we see the Roger pirates. Everybody here is saying, "I'm here to save you, Shaki." And then somebody says, "You guys have no chance with her. Now focus on stealing the treasure." So the Roger Pirates just trampled over Rogers. They just stomped all over Rogers' ass, ran right past him saying, save Shockey. And then St. Garland seems irritated, talking about some, I guess the game's over. You a bitch. Celestial Dragon screaming at him, what are you doing? Do something. And then we get a spread of the Celestial Dragons. We get introduced to one, two, three, four more Celestial Holy Knights, We get introduced to four more than what we know, because we see a young Figurlin Garland, we see a young Summers, but then we see a lady that kind of looks like Shocky with black hair. We see some other short lady with a hat on covering her face. We got some tall ass lady with sharp teeth and horns. And we get a fucking big ass abominable snowman looking motherfucker with horns. Snuffleupagus looking ass motherfucker. Then we see dialogue saying pirates keep pouring in from every side of the island. Warships commence retaliatory fire. Don't let them land. I think we're done for. And we see Shiki and Whitebeard just mowing shit down, saying as the Marines are saying pirates keep coming one after another. We don't know their objective. And we see somebody say, hey, as a cannonball is in the air, and we see Garp has arrived as he launches the cannonball at one of the pirate ships, saying, I'm not going to stand by and watch while you dice up my troops like vegetables. So he throws the cannonball in his hand, and the pirate ship explodes, catching Rock's and Roger's attentions. They know exactly who the fuck that is. And the Marines are now happy because they see Garp ship showing up. It's Vice Admiral Garp. Reinforcements have arrived, and Garp is saying, I'm here. Garp don't know he finna be saving celestial dragons at the end of the day. He don't know what the hell going on, I think. But the chapter ends right there. Next week, this shit gonna get juicy. Okay? Amazing chapter. I'm not gonna bash it too much because I know this is a action-packed chapter. Even though it's not mutual action, it's not a mutual exchange. We just seeing post slaves get their ass mowed down and dead like real dirty. They slamming them motherfucking folks out on that island, bro, in the worst way. But I could just see when this get animated how serious it's gonna be. That's why I can't rate the chapter anything bad. But man, for sure, for sure. Wonderful chapter. Fuck the Marines. Fuck St. Garland. Garp, fuck you too, cause you part of the Marines. Yeah, man, Garp gotta do something different. I don't get no fuck about him saving Kobe after you let Ace get slammed out. I don't know fuck how raw you was trying to save Kobe. I don't get no fuck about you being captured. As it stands right now, Garp, I don't mind if Garp die as a character for the further development of Luffy. I don't mind Garp as dying. It'll give Kobe and Luffy something to grow about. Whack his ass, bro, on Chief. Whack his ass. Garp gonna fight Garland or some shit and die. That's what need to happen. But yeah, we're gonna hop off here for tonight. This your boy Who's 274. We taking a break next week from what I heard, even though I don't think they showed it on here. Now it says it break next week. So I'll find something to do to entertain you guys in between then. But for now, you guys take it easy. Thanks for watching this review, smoking with me. You feel me? It was a wonderful session, and I'll see you guys next time. Take